When the girl returned to her room in the middle of the night, she suddenly found someone rummaging through her bag. The girl was terrified and tried to run out, but the man covered her mouth and pulled her back inside. Then the man pinned the girl down and attempted to attack her, but Ran heard the noise and entered the room just as the knife was coming down. The man was afraid of being exposed, so he hurriedly jumped out of the window and escaped. Although the rescued Sonoko did not see the man's face clearly, she was certain that he came to steal her underwear. This was because Sonoko bit the man in the dark and her mouth felt full of fur. Therefore, this person must be a man covered in body hair. At this moment, the lights were turned on, and Mike, who was pursuing Sonoko, heard the commotion and rushed over. Conan noticed that he was soaked and his trousers were covered in mud, so he suspected that Mike was the one who ran away. However, Conan felt the strangest point was that no one could possibly be interested in Sonoko. Conan sensed something was wrong, so he asked him to take off his shirt to check his arms. Unfortunately, not only were there no bite marks, but there was also barely any body hair. Meanwhile, Makoto, the son of the guest house owner, also walked into the room. Everyone noticed a bandage wrapped around his arm, and Ran quickly asked for the reason. He explained that he had been bitten by a drunk guest 2 days ago. Although Ran suspected he was the pervert, it was strange that this man had no body hair either. Since they could not figure out what Sonoko had bitten, everyone decided to go for a meal first. During the meal, they learned that there was a serial killer nearby who targeted girls with dyed hair. Sonoko happened to have dyed her hair recently, which made them suspect that the pervert and the killer were the same person. Conan speculated that the pervert rummaged through the bag because there was something inside that he cared about. Conan remembered that Sonoko had brought a camera and suspected she might have accidentally captured the killer attacking someone. That was why the killer was anxious to destroy the camera. Upon Conan's inquiry, Sonoko confirmed that the camera cover had indeed been opened by the man. However, it was empty inside because the film had already been taken to a photo studio for developing. Hearing that the photos had just been developed, Mike hurriedly expressed his desire to take a look. However, after checking the photos, Conan found that there were no scenes of the crime at all. Sonoko explained that the camera ran out of battery last night and she was just swinging it around without taking pictures. This confused Conan, as he could not understand the purpose of the pervert stealing the camera. The next day, everyone went to a restaurant by the cliff on Mike's recommendation. Due to the terrain restrictions, the car had to be parked on a slope. Sonoko suddenly felt sleepy and refused to get out, insisting on staying in the car to sleep. While Sonoko was sleeping soundly in the back seat, the hairy man quietly found her. Inside the restaurant, Conan suddenly noticed that the car started moving inexplicably. The car gathered speed and rushed towards the cliff, so Conan and Ran hurriedly chased after it. Ran grabbed the car window and realized that someone had released the handbrake. Although Ran slapped the window desperately, Sonoko was sleeping too soundly to wake up. Seeing the critical situation, Ran leapt into the air and shattered the car window with her knee. Then she quickly opened the door and dragged Sonoko out.